Welcome back to Chicago. Hannah Storm telling us that George Karl has told his club the Bulls will let you back in the game here in the fourth quarter, but if you quit playing, they will blow you out. And again, Gary Payton not able to take charge. 5 of 12, only 2 assists. The other night, 6 of 17 in 47 minutes. And he's lost the playing time again here tonight. Played 33 of a possible 36 minutes. Sean Kemp opens up this fourth quarter. We get a whistle from Jess Kersey and a foul on the Bulls. It is on Rodman. That is his fourth.
Mark, Gary Payton's contribution has just not been enough. For Seattle to win this game, for Seattle to win this series, he's got to come out and play the way Isaiah Thomas used to play for the Detroit Pistons. Come down the lane, put up big offensive numbers, draw the defense to you, and then set up your teammates. Sean Kemp, playing by himself out here tonight, called for yet another turnover.
Well, he had 7 turnovers in game 1. Kemp tonight, that is his third.
And speaking of turnovers, the Chicago Bulls with 11 careless ones in that first half, none in that third quarter, as they really picked it up defensively as well.
The Bulls by 11. Pippen. Well, he's able to penetrate straight down the lane, no pressure. And it's now 78-65.
And the Bulls' strategy coming into this series, get the ball out of Gary Payton's hands as much as possible, make some other Seattle Sonic get them into their offense.
Poked away from Perkins, but recovered. Shot clock down to 3. Slipping by Kukoc.
You'd think Tony would have some sort of idea since Perkins is left-handed like Tony. Most players like to come to their strong hand. Pippen, Jordan just punishing the Sonics with their own right hands.
So the Bulls now lead 78-67. Minute and a half gone by the fourth. Jordan with the fake and foul. Michael Jordan with a gorgeous baseline move. So Michael to the line. He is 5 of 8 at the free throw line. Askew was called for that foul.
It's a free throw situation for the Chicago Bulls. It enables them to extend their pressure, get their track going, get the ball out of Gary Payton's hands, and then their defense can really pick up. The thing that surprised me about Seattle is every time they find something offensively, whether it's a post-up for Perkins in the third quarter, we saw a couple of post-ups for Payton, they score on it, but then they don't come back to it.
Jordan missing on both. 5 of 10 at the line. He's an 83% free throw shooter.
It's been an embarrassing free throw display throughout this spring's playoffs for the NBA superstars. Jordan tonight, Karl Malone and John Stockton in the Utah-Seattle series.
Another good play defensively by Randy Brown. Kukoc for 3. And Rodman with another offensive rebound.
That Sean Kemp just does not block out. He goes for the ball.
That's 10 offensive rebounds for Rodman. One off the all-time record for the NBA Finals, held by the Big E, Elvin Hayes. Brown now doing it at both ends.
A terrific contribution for Brown. They don't look for him. They don't expect much from him, but he always just keeps it there with a great attitude.
For the travel, the up and down, but apparently the official felt that there was contact made and knocking the ball away, and Perkins was able to recover.
Marv, often they call a jump ball in that situation, which I think would have been the appropriate call. Oh, the back door again.
Brown saving it.
These basic backdoor plays that you see from Chicago, that's the type of action that Seattle needs more of.
Feeling the pressure from Kukoc, but no call made. And Kemp did not believe it.
Kemp gets in trouble, Mark, when he double clutches.
Now Jordan in a post-up mode. Jordan played well by Askew. He thought he was fouled, though. And now Payton is fouled. It's been a relatively quiet game for Dennis Rodman until just a moment ago.
He's been mixing it up with Sean Kemp. There's that flopping that George Karl was complaining about. But it was Rodman who have taken over this game for Chicago. And as Matt pointed out at the start, when they get that kind of contribution from their role players, they are extremely difficult to beat.
Longley. Oh, nice move by Luke Longley. And Kemp came away with the rebound. The Bulls lead by 11. 4 minutes in. Fourth quarter. Percy Hawkins able to hit from downtown. A reminder, after tonight's game, we suggest you tune to CNBC on your cable system for a special NBA Finals post-game report. Our entire cast will recount the game with highlights. You'll see live press conference interviews and guests as we look back at Game 2 here at the United Center. That's the NBA Finals post-game special immediately following the game on CNBC. Now, Bill and Matt are regular viewers of CNBC following their extensive investment portfolios on a daily basis.
Is Geraldo going to join us?
No, I believe Charles Grudge will be conducting locker room interviews. Michael Jordan sitting it out with 7.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. A series of moves attempted by Longley leading to this. Hawkins, yes, and it counts. And Percy Hawkins will go to the line.
Chicago bench up in arms on this call.
This is Seattle Sonic basketball. Force the turnover. This is what they do all season long. This is why they won 64 games. Good defense, quick strike at the other end, but absolutely no foul there as Phil Jackson just cannot believe that call.
They let him go. And they still get the foul called on him.
Percy Hawkins turning it around tonight. 16 points, completing the three-point play, and the Bulls now lead 80-72. Chicago staying with Rodman, Pippen, and Longley up front along with Kerr and Harper. Here's Pippen for three. And back comes Payton. 2-on-1. Kemp looking the move on Kerr. Good foul by Steve Kerr.
Seattle is terrific at making runs when Michael Jordan goes to the bench. He comes back in, and it comes right back. Now, Steve Kerr knows that Sean Kemp's going to throw one down here. He's going to make him earn it at the line.
And here comes Jordan making his way. Reporting in. Kemp, 7 of 9 at the line.
Well, Chicago's offense has just gone dormant right now. They're settling for jump shots. They're careless with the basketball. And that's why, of course, Michael Jordan re-enters to add semblance of order quickly.
And the thing is that Michael hasn't played that well at the offensive end tonight. Just 8 for 20 shooting. He's got 22 points.
Ron Harper headed back to the Chicago locker room. We'll check on that. And the call away from the ball. It's on Askew. 6:55 remaining, fourth quarter.
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by Budweiser, official sponsor of the 1996 Summer Olympic Games. This Bud's for you. By Genuine Chevrolet, the cars more Americans trust. And by Fidelity Investments, it's time to realize the power you have.
Well, the Chicago lead, once 13, is down to 6:55 remaining in the fourth. Dennis Rodman with a spectacular second half off the boards. And in the offensive rebounding department, 10 rebounds, one shy of the NBA Finals record. And you look back at some of the big games off the boards in the playoff history of Dennis Rodman, and this one is right there with 19 rebounds in all.
Well, if I'm Seattle, the only player I've seen for their team to get a body on Dennis Rodman and keep him off the glass is Vincent Askew. Even though he's maybe an inch or two shorter than Dennis Rodman, he's got the wide body, and he'll lay some wood on you. Sean Kemp just will not do it.
Now trying to get the Bulls revved up. A 7-0 run by the Sonics since that Chicago 13-point lead. Jordan. Michael Jordan able to will penetrate. Brown looking for the steal. Bulls 82, Sonics 74. Here's Payton, right back. Gary Payton cuts it to a 6-point Bulls lead.
Payton has been so much more effective in this series facing the basket from around the foul line area. When he tries to turn his back against these bigger players of Chicago, he gets in nothing but trouble.
Longley. Well, Tony Kukoc, who helped, Kukoc comes up hobbling. He helped turn things in game 1. And after a slow start here tonight, he has come on in the 4th quarter.
Marv, you are not going to have any chance of beating the Bulls unless you can dominate your defensive rebounding.
And it's Kukoc with the rebound, although he is still hurting. Very slow in making his way to the front court. See the Bulls in command off the boards. Jordan and Kemp able to keep it away from Longley.
But even that time, Luke Longley had inside position, just not able to get up high enough in the air.
Shrimp, yes, Detlef Shrimp. He has 13 points. The Bulls 84 and the Sonics 78. We have 5:15 remaining in the 4th.
All set up by Payton, getting to the hoop, creating, drawing the defense, and then hitting spot-up shooters who have to keep finishing. Detlef Shrimp, make a shot, please. Thank you.
Kukoc for three. Jordan with the offensive rebound. Jordan stripped by Payton, but able to recapture and falls for time. Askew tried to knock it aside. Jordan very upset.
Where great taste runs in the family, brings you Miller Moments.
Tonight's Miller Moment takes a look back 18 years ago to the day of the Seattle Supersonics and the Washington Bullets Game 7 of the NBA Finals, a game that belonged to the Bullets' big men, Wes Unseld and Elvin Hayes. They led the Bullets in overcoming a 3-2 deficit, including this Game 7 effort in Seattle. The Bullets winning by 6 to take the 1978 NBA World Championship. Wes Unseld named the series MVP. In recognition of that moment, Miller Brewing Company will donate $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. I believe I have set an NBA Finals record for mentioning Elvin Hayes in a single telecast.
That was a terrific accomplishment for the Bullets on the home court of Seattle in the 7th game, where Dennis Johnson, one of the great playoff performers in history, went 0 for 14 on his home court in the deciding game. So sad that Dennis Johnson did not make the Hall of Fame this year.
But I would think an eventual entrant.
Absolutely, just has to be there.
One more mention of the Big E. Dennis Rodman is one offensive rebound away from equaling the all-time NBA Finals record, 11 offensive rebounds. Shot clock is down to 5. Kukoc for 3. Rebounded by Perkins, and Kemp with the recovery. It is a 6-point Chicago lead. 3:15 remaining in the 4th quarter. Critical possession for the Sonics. Shot clock is at 5. Payton for 3, coming up short. And deflected out by Jordan with 2 on the 24.
Discussion here as to whether Gary Payton's shot actually hit the rim, whether they should reset. Ed Rush says it did. A new 24.
Well, that shot looked awful leaving Gary Payton's hands. He just kind of short-armed it, as we hardly even say Gary Payton's name. He's been so quiet here in the 2nd half.
Grudge posting up on Kukoc. Fires it up. Rebounded by Kukoc. Well, the Sonics have had their opportunities the last couple of possessions, but not able to convert. Bulls with a 6-point advantage. 2.5 to go. That nearly rimmed in.
These Bulls are really good.
Well, much to discuss following tonight's game, and as we mentioned earlier, after our telecast here, on NBC. You can tune to CNBC on your cable system for an NBA Finals post-game special. We'll all be on hand with interviews, discussions. Back come the Sonics. Gary Payton. Sean Kemp. We come up on 2 minutes to go on the fourth. Perkins stripped and deflected out by Pippen.
One of the problems over the years from Seattle, as they call a timeout right now, has been a reality for the Chicago Bulls.
As the records fall, the dream continues.
This time I'm probably going to enjoy it more.
And a new era is born.
Our main goal is to win the gold, and we take our job very seriously.
As the NBA heads into its 50th season, the celebration begins. Watch NBA Special at the Finals, Sunday on NBC.
Later on The Tonight Show, the tape Jay doesn't want you to see.
Chicago 87 and Seattle 81. 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Both teams with 2 full timeouts remaining. No fouls to give. It will be Seattle ball with 11 on the shot clock.
It's not so much that the Sonics don't have go-to guys. They got a bunch out there. Payton, Kemp, Shrimp in certain situations. It's just they don't execute well in the half court. They have to run some high pick and rolls.
Seattle has not scored in 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Shrimp. Hawkins for 3. The back tap handled by Hopper. Lost it off his foot, but not been able to preserve.
Mark, Seattle's had golden opportunities. Shrimp had a beautiful, wide-open look. Hawkins' look was solid as could be. Payton's air ball was a good look. They just can't make any of them.
They're now 3 of 14 from three-point range. Shot clock is down to 2. Down to 1. Hopper just didn't get it away. Bulls keep it alive, and Jordan draws the foul. Percy Hawkins called for his 4th, and Michael Jordan back to the line where he's 7 of 12.
And that look of frustration on the face of George Karl has been, he couldn't have asked for anything more, struggling all night, but time and time again, just hanging 6 behind and getting good scoring opportunities and can't get them, and the Bulls aren't doing anything at their end offensively.
But the offensive rebounding for Chicago, what is Perkins doing? What is Kemp doing? What is Shrimp doing? Chicago has 19 offensive rebounds in this game.
Bulls lead 88-81. Shrimp with the fake. Not able to hit on the running hook. Kemp is there. It will count and the foul. Sean Kemp with 26 points. Foul committed by Tony Kukoc. And Kemp keeping the Sonics alive.
All set up by the penetration of Shrimp. A terrible shot, but at least he drew some looks defensively, and that enabled Kemp to slide along the baseline and find the opening. Another big statistical game for Sean Kemp, but just having an awful time at the other end defensively. Not even trying to get a body on Dennis Rodman, just trying to go get rebounds. But when you're playing Rodman, you got to bucket.
3-point play again for Kemp. And the Bulls lead by 4. Steve Kerr back on the floor as we come up on a minute remaining in the fourth quarter. Bulls led by as many as 13. Sonics able to get back into it, and they've had, as we have been discussing, a number of opportunities. Here is Jordan, and he's fouled. Hit from behind by Shrimp.
And took exception to it as Shrimp taking a wild swing there. Got a piece of the ball, but no doubt got a piece of the head of Michael Jordan, and a quick reaction, and then Michael caught himself.
This is just a replay of game 1. Whoa. This is you put Detlef Shrimp, their worst defender, on Michael Jordan. He lights up, just goes right to the hoop. Detlef ushers him in to his right hand. Not a good foul by Detlef Shrimp.
The Bulls only 4 of 8 at the line in the fourth quarter.
Sean Kemp saying he liked the hard foul that Detlef Schrempf took. But you know how it happened again? It was another double team coming. But actually the Sonics are coming so hard with a double team that Michael is able to get around it. You can't come so hard where he's going to split it or go around it. You got to stop him.
Bulls lead 90-84. And the Sonics call for time with 55 and 9/10 seconds to go in the fourth. We'll be back after these messages from your local station. Back in Chicago, Seattle taking a timeout, so they have one remaining. They are down by 6 with just under 1 minute to go in this fourth quarter. And for the second straight game, the Sonics have not been able to convert down the stretch. Game 1, the last 5 minutes, only 1 of 12. They've had the looks here tonight, only 2 for 7.
And the Chicago Bulls.
Harper got picked off by Kemp. And we get the whistle from Hugh Hollins and a foul against the Bulls. Both teams are over the limit, so all shooting fouls from here on in. Harper picked it up, which is the worst possible situation for the Bulls. It stops the clock, and it puts Schrempf on the line with an opportunity to bring the Sonics
More a possible quick foul. Phil Jackson senses it and gets better free throw shooters, Kukoc and Kerr, ready to come in.
Schrempf is now 3 for 3 at the line. He's a 78% free throw shooter. Another off performance
Offensively, even though they were scrambling and broken down there, Harper did a pretty decent job of forcing Schrempf into help to his offhand.
Now pressure by the Sonics. The Bulls have missed their last 6 shots. At one point, they led by 13. They were up 80-67 with 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Down to 35 seconds, 10 on the shot clock. Bulls in no hurry here. 6 on the 24, and Kerr fires for 3. Rodman with the offensive rebound, and that ties an NBA Finals record. 11 on the offensive glass for Rodman, and that was the big one. Foul is called to stop the clock with 15 and 8/10 seconds remaining. Detlef Schrempf called for the personal.
Mark, Seattle just let far too much time go off the clock. The second that Rodman got this rebound, which put him in the record book with Elvin Hayes, the Big E, the Hall of Famer. You got to go right and get that quick foul, get the clock stopped.
Well, did you see how quickly Dennis Rodman sprinted? He knew somebody was going to be chasing him. He got rid of that ball as quickly as possible.
Tony Kukoc making his first appearance at the line, and he's a 77% free throw shooter. Hits 1 or 2. Bulls lead 91-86, and the Sonics will use their final timeout with 15.8 remaining.
It's a 2-possession game right now, and obviously the three-point shot comes into play, and the Sonics have good three-point shooters, but the strategy throughout the playoffs and really throughout the year for Chicago is to take away three-point shooting. They will be up on all of those people, switching on every play, trying not to give a Perkins, Hawkins, or Schrempf any kind of look.
Thanks, yeah.
For the quick 3. And he's hit out of reach. So again, the clock is stopped. 12 and 3/10 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Sonics, though, do not have any timeouts remaining.
And it didn't appear the Sonics looking for any three-point shot there, getting it quickly to Kemp in the corner, and he knew what he was going to do as soon as he caught it, and that is drive to the basket.
Kemp, 11 of 14 at the line. Seattle about 22 of 28 at the free throw line. They've hit all 8 in the fourth quarter. Sean Kemp with 28 points to lead Seattle.
this free throw, get the quick steal or foul immediately.
3-point Chicago lead. Kukoc having trouble and has to use a timeout. 6 minutes of this fourth quarter.
Mark, this is an old team. This is a team that I don't think will really hit their stride till Game 3 Sunday night. They had that long layoff. Now they're back to playing every other day, which is NBA basketball.
Well, not bad if they haven't been able to hit their stride and they come out of here with 2 victories. 12 and 3/10 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Again, the pressure by the Sonics. This time Pippen will try to inbound. Jordan gets it back to Pippen. And Hawkins called for the foul.
Free throw line during the season and during the playoffs, but so far in this series, much better until there. Seattle out of timeout.
Scottie Pippen, though, has shot the ball well at the line in this final series, 13 of 16. So the situation, 8 and 9/10 seconds remaining. 3-point Chicago lead. As you mentioned, Matt, no timeouts for Seattle. So the Bulls get back to the Seattle front court. As Pippen misses on both, Rodman able to get a jump ball out of it. However, it's only a 3-point game. That was almost an air ball by Scottie Pippen.
And Seattle failing to take care.
Question on the lineup. Jordan trying to organize things. It's Perkins and Rodman. The Sonics with 6 and 9/10 seconds to go. Need a 3 to tie it if they can get possession. Bad toss. Oh, not a good toss. And apparently they will.
Called there on Dennis Rodman as he hindered Sam Perkins from getting up in the air.
Just Kersey with the do-over. They reset to 6.9. And again, a whistle. And they'll re-jump. Hugh Holland says, do it again.
And that's the second time Dennis Rodman.
But he's doing it with his left arm, his inside arm.
Well, let's see. Well, we need a hat trick. And it's controlled by Jordan. And now the foul with 3 and 7/10 seconds remaining. Oh, Peyton and Jordan having some words, face to face. And Hoffer guides Peyton away. Now Sean Kemp calming Gary Payton down.
Well, Michael well aware of the repercussions if he gets into any kind of trash talking or taunting or a possible throwing of a fist or a slap. He walks away and Kemp wisely gets Payton out of there.
It is Rodman going to the foul line. Dennis Rodman now 3 of 5 at the line.
This has not been pretty down the stretch.
Well, Pippen missed 2. Now Rodman missing. Only 3 and 7/10 seconds to go in the fourth. And Rodman is able to hit for a 4-point lead. Perkins fires it down for Strip. And that will do it. The Chicago Bulls for Strip with the victory. The Bulls over the Sonics 92-88. So they protect the home court. They are up in this best of 7, 2-0 with Game 3 to take place in Seattle on Sunday night. 29 for Jordan, 21 for Pippen. Let's go to Jim Gray with Dennis Rodman. Jim?
A 9 points. He has 20 rebounds, tying a playoff record. Dennis, you made that final free throw there, plus you had a lot of words with George Karl. What did you say to him after his derogatory comments about you?
Well, you know, me and George Karl go back a long way, and I remember a couple of years ago he really wanted me to come to Seattle, and I wanted to go to Seattle and win a championship there. But, you know, it's all about mind games and head games. That's what it's all about.
Have you won the mind games now? You're 2-0 in the series, but are you ahead on the mind games as well?
I don't think so. I think Seattle's a great team, a great athletic team. They can get in any game and get in anybody's head. But tonight, you know, I think that we were on the free throw line.
You had a specific conversation with George Karl. You went over and said something to him. What was said there?
I said, you know, I don't think that was appreciated what you said about me in the paper, but I said, are we still friends? He said, I had to take my players. I said, that's great. Are we still friends? He said, yeah.
Now, the Sonics gave you quite a game this evening. They sent a message that they can be competitive going back to Seattle for 3 games. Now, this was not as easy as you expected tonight, was it?
No, I thought we would play a little bit better, but we didn't. But that's what the playoffs are all about. And the people got their money's worth and hope we can get one Sunday.
All right, Dennis, congratulations. We'll see you Sunday.
Let's play a little Alexis.
All right, let's go back to Marv Albert.
All right, thank you, Jim. Rodman, 10 points, 20 rebounds, and NBA Finals record-tying 11 on the offensive glass. Again, the final score, the Bulls 92 and the Sonics 88. They're up 2 games to nothing in this best of 7. And now you can tune to CNBC on your cable system, as we've been mentioning, for that NBA Finals postgame special, which begins immediately. Join us Sunday at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 on the West Coast, Game 3 of the NBA Final Series from Seattle. For Matt Dukas, Bill Walton, Bob Rashad, Hannah Storm, and Bob Costas, I'm Marv Albert saying so long from Chicago.
The